Yo, what is up YouTube? Bitch boy Bobby D, and I'm back again with another hot, juicy video. And as always, I'm joined by the hair Moses himself, Steve Michaels.
Bobby.
Thanks for being on my channel, Steve.
Always good to be on your channel.
Yeah, appreciate it. You're the legend, so I have to get you on. And if you know, Steve's here, we always talk about hair. And Steve, actually, you made a video about this before.
Your hair looks good, by the way.
Thank you. The young Steve Michaels. You know? But you actually made a video about this. There was a news article at UCLA about, they said they found the new cure for hair loss, and it's supposed to be like PP405, I think. And just what are your thoughts, Steve? I read it myself. But
yeah. But well, you know, I mean, I always kind of roll my eyes and sound a little disappointed, and it's always the same. Anyway, in regards to this specifically, gets you very excited, right, Bobby? I mean, it's like, hey, we found a cure for hair loss. I mean, I've been in this industry for a really, really long time, and I've had friends that know, I guess, what I do or see YouTube videos or whatever, and they contact me like, hey, what are you going to do now that they've found a cure for hair loss? I mean, it's crazy that people believe.
Without a job.
But it's interesting to me, and I always know how this is going to end, and it doesn't end well. But I'm hopeful. And I want that cure for hair loss. You know, so the UCLA, you know, university, blah, 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 you know, highly regarded, professors, doctors, you know, lab people and all that stuff have found a cure for hair loss. And then as you read on and on and on and on, it's really not a whole lot of anything.
Nope.
And the worst part of it is, even if it has some, you know, nuts and bolts, some meat and potatoes, you know, and he kind of gets my, because I mean, I was through the whole like Intersigex, which was over in England, which is supposed to be hair multiplication, replication, all that stuff. You know, you take a couple follicles out, send them, you know, a lot of money, but they kind of duplicate your hair follicles. Then there was, what was the name of it? In California, in the San Diego area, Histogen, I knew I would remember it. That was very exciting, and they've done tests and all that kind of stuff. And then they would show photos of, like, you know, after they were injected, before and after they're injected. And I'm like looking, and I'm thinking, like, I mean, I'm the most positive person when it comes to this stuff, Bobby. And I'm like, okay, before, after. I don't see any difference. You know, they're all excited. I'm like, oh my God. So what always happens, Bobby, is it always lets me down at the end. So even the ones that have some, you know, meat and potatoes, they're always like, yeah, you know, we're in phase 2 trials, you know, before we go to phase 1 for the FDA. And it's just like, oh my God, this is going to be 15 years, you know? And I'm not really excited at all about the results. So that's that. So this one is just like a nothing burger, as they say, whatever. And, you know, it's very disappointing because you get excited, you start to read it. I have ADD, I can't read anything from start to finish, but when it comes to hair, I'm like reading every line, you know. And if you want to share it with you out there, your viewers and whatnot. But at the end, it's like, yeah, well, you know, they had some success and didn't have success, and then it's in for experimentation and all that. So it was just so disappointing, and that's really the gist of it. And what am I going to do?
I was disappointed too, Steve.
Stick with the finasteride, right, Bobby?
The usual.
Yes, yes.
Cool. Thanks, Steve.
Oh, my
always
pleasure.
Appreciate you being on my channel. And always be sure to check out Steve's channel, Defeating Hair Loss. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.